that way, for real. I'm not joking with you. Oh, well, you can see the lean right there. It's got a hard lean towards them power lines. There's a pole. Lean. It's got a hard lean. Trust me. Alright, I'm going to get this done before my battery runs dead. I'm going to get the notch in there. And I'll probably use a hard Dutchman. And I'll kind of explain that to you in just a second. I don't know if you can even see it. Alright, bear with me. This is my boy's 435 or 445. Alrighty. Using the Humble, of course, because you have to use the Humble for Dutchman. What I'm going to do for the Dutchman, is look, see my notch. I'm going to take and put, I'm not going to use all this right here. I'm going to take and cut a thin piece out of it with a hammer. And the way the Dutchman works, I'm going to put it right in here. I'm not going to put it tight. I'm not putting it in there tight. I'm going to give it enough room for it to come over. Then it'll hit that, then it'll rock over this way. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to put something right here. This is a hard Dutchman. And I'm going to give it enough room for let it to come over. About 10 degrees, 10 or 15 degrees. And then whenever it hits this, it'll push it that way. It'll push my top that way around these other tops. And that's why you kind of use a Dutchman to kind of just get the tops to go one way or the other in the first 10 or 15 degrees of fail. After that, you ain't got gravity so in charge, and your hinge is already given up at about 30 degrees. Your hinge is already breaking. So when the first 10 or 15 degrees of fail, 20. That's when the Dutchman is going to help you. Whenever it starts coming over, it'll bounce over. Okay, let me go ahead and get this done before my battery goes dead, and I'll just show you. It's got a long pull. I'm gonna have to get it to come a long way. A long way. step that way. Step that way. I know you've seen it because I've seen it. You see when it started coming over? I left a bunch of hinge on it, so whenever it started to come over, you seen it step over, then it stopped, so then I finished my hinge. I'll show you. I just come right here. I didn't touch nothing. See here? This is my Dutchman. Boom. See that's the part of the notch that I had. I'll give it. You seen how far it come over? When it come over, you seen it hit it, and it stepped over, and then it kind of stopped because I had all this heartwood right here holding it. I didn't want to give it no opportunity to go that way. So whenever it come over and it stopped, I just clipped it a little bit and it come on over. That's a Dutchman, and that's not a bad notch myself. Anyway, you can see where it landed, exactly where I wanted it to. I mean, it's perfect. There was a little bitty pine right through there. You can see it right there, that little pine. Went right between them pines, way away from the power lines. And that's it. Now, I'm gonna just make a cut or two, just to show you how, what I was talking about, a saw cutting. You know, how they should be cutting. Bear with me a second here, I'm not a videoer.